Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving deep into a colossal 18,000 crore rupee deal that's set to seriously shake up the world of artificial intelligence. This is all about a huge bet on India's future, a partnership between a tech giant and a global investor aimed at building the very engine of the next AI wave.
Okay, let's just start with the number that made everyone's jaw drop. 18,000 crore rupees. It's not just a big number, it's a statement. A figure this large signals a major shift in the tech world.
But here's the thing. This isn't just about throwing money at a problem. This is a very calculated, strategic move. It's aimed directly at the heart of the AI revolution, those incredibly powerful, energy-hungry data centers that actually make modern AI possible. So, what's really going on here? What's the story behind this massive investment? Well, it's all about laying the groundwork, building the literal foundation for the technology of tomorrow. And they're starting right now. So what we're looking at is a landmark deal between two giants, Tata Consultancy Services, you know them as TCS, and the global investment firm TPG. They're coming together to create a brand new company called HyperVault. And its mission? It's simple but incredibly ambitious. Build the next generation of huge AI-focused data centers right here in India.
All right, so who are the heavyweights behind this whole thing? Understanding the players involved is absolutely key to getting why this deal is such a big deal.
Okay, so on one side, you've got TCS. Think of them as the tech brains of this operation. They're part of the Tata Group, and they bring decades of IT know-how to the table. Then, on the other side, you have TPG, the strategic funder. They're bringing the financial muscle, the huge amount of cash, and the smarts to make a project this big actually happen. It's really the perfect combo, right? Tech expertise meets financial firepower.
And at the very center of this partnership is HyperVault. Now, this isn't just another tech company. It's a new venture with one very specific and very huge job: to build and run the massive power-guzzling infrastructure that next-gen AI needs to survive. You can almost think of them as building the digital power plants for the entire AI era.
So we know who's involved and what they're trying to do. But how does an 18,000 crore rupee deal actually work? Let's pop the hood and take a look at the nuts and bolts of this partnership.
It really all comes down to a 51-49 ownership split. And that small difference between 51 and 49%? It's everything. It means TCS gets the majority stake, putting them firmly in the driver's seat when it comes to making decisions.
Now, for their piece of the pie, that 49%, TPG is putting in up to a whopping 8,820 crore rupees. And this isn't all happening at once. That cash will be invested in phases over the next few years to directly fund the construction.
This table here really lays out the power dynamics. See, it's not just about owning more of the company. TCS also gets to appoint most of the board of directors, which really cements their control. TPG gets 2 seats, but check out that lock-in period at the bottom. 3 years. That tells you both of these companies are buckled in for the long haul.
Okay, so that's the what and the how. But now for the big one, why? Why this much money, and why right now? Well, the answer is pretty simple. The absolute explosion in artificial intelligence.
It really just boils down to a simple 3-step pipeline. First, you've got modern AI, which is just incredibly hungry for data. We're talking unbelievable amounts. Second, to process all that data, you need immense computational power. And third, where does all that power live? Well, it needs a home. And that home is these new, specialized, supersized AI data centers. They're the physical foundation for this whole revolution.
And when we talk about scale, we are not kidding around. The goal for HyperVault isn't just to build a few server rooms. They're aiming to create a network with a capacity of over 1 gigawatt. To put that into perspective for you, that's roughly the energy output of a large power station, all of it dedicated to just one thing: running AI.
All right, so looking past the buildings and the servers, what's the grand vision here? The leaders from both companies have been pretty clear that this is about way more than just hardware. It's a much bigger strategic play.
For TCS, this is a classic power move. As their chairman, N. Chandrasekaran, puts it, by owning the core infrastructure, TCS can do more than just offer services. They can deliver complete, end-to-end AI solutions for their clients all over the world. It's about becoming a one-stop shop for everything AI.
And what about TPG? Well, from their perspective, this is just a brilliant investment. Their executive chairman, Jim Coulter, sees these data centers as a totally new type of investment, a new asset class. Why? Because they sit right at the crossroads of 3 massive industries: green energy, tech, and real estate. It's like a 3-for-1 deal.
So let's zoom out and look at the big picture. You've got this landmark 18,000 crore rupee investment. It's a 51-49 partnership that creates a new company, HyperVault. Its mission is to feed the massive demand for AI by building the essential infrastructure, the digital pipes and plumbing, right here in India. This is more than a business deal. It's a strategic play to make the country a key player in the global AI race.
And really, all of this leaves us with one massive, forward-looking question. When you see strategic, large-scale investments like this, are we actually witnessing the first steps of India becoming not just a participant, but a true global superpower in artificial intelligence? That is definitely something to watch.